Hello everybody, today we are here with Manel from Barcelona. Ciao Manel.
How's it going? Good to be here.
He's a meta expert, so today he will share with us a lot of value related on meta advertising. As today we are in Q4 and we are near the hot season, would be a pleasure, Manel, if you will get us some tips.
First of all, my pleasure to be here and thanks for the intro. I will promise to deliver only value and actionable stuff for Black Friday, everything related to meta scaling, ad creatives, offers, campaign planning, everything that you can take from the video and implement it in your Black Friday and pretty much make more revenue. About myself, I also have it in the presentation, but super quick. Meta specialist spent over 25 million on the platform profitably for e-commerce clients, managing right now per month 400, 500K euros in ad spend. And yeah, speaker in many events, coach to hundreds of media buyers, agencies, brands, and stuff. And very specialized on hyperscaling big events like Black Friday and stuff like this with Intraday, which is what I'm going to be sharing with you right now. So for me, if you want to, Matteo, we can get started.
Yeah. Well, I know
Sure.
that you created an amazing presentation that
Yes,
could be really valuable. So we can directly start, and I will ask you some questions during the presentation.
100%, 100%. So let's get into it. Welcome everybody to this special workshop that I've prepared for HyperSKU members, HyperSKU clients. My pleasure to be here again. And so let's get started directly. So just to give you context for Black Friday this year, we are playing in a $10 billion game. So only in 4 days, only on Shopify, the expected revenue for this year is to cross the $10 billion mark. We are playing in a huge market. So I'm very excited for this. I hope you're excited as well. Just for the sake of proof and actually for you to have a reason to watch this full video, these were some of the results that we achieved last year with some of the brands that I work with. Almost 2 million in Shopify in the Black Friday campaign, spending 255K on Meta and making 1 million in ad revenue. I will share the exact strategy in a second. Smaller brands also 280K, 190K, and this one also 1.5 million, making a daily revenue record. The moment of making daily revenue records is Black Friday, guys. So maximum attention there. And I've been doing it for the past years. It's not only 2023. I did it in 2021 with the iOS 14 problems. Then I did it in 2022. So this is applicable to everybody. Either if you are a huge brand, either if you're doing dropshipping at a lower scale and just starting that, this is applicable to really everybody. Dropshipping at a super high scale with huge systems, it's really applicable to everybody. And I've seen it with my own eyes. Like the guy on the left was a good friend of mine. He joined one coaching that I did for Black Friday. They scaled to 1 million on dropshipping. They took a viral product and they scaled to 1 million, many 100K days. The one in the middle, same thing. He had like a hybrid structure. And then the one on there was a brand. But these guys scaled to 1 million per month. It's doable. And this other guy at a smaller scale in Black Friday of 2022, he did 5K in one day. And then in Black Friday of 2023, he scaled all the way to 30K. So really the moment of making records is Black Friday. And this is what I've prepared for you today. We're going to see 6 typical mistakes just to give you awareness into what not to do. Then we will see a quick campaign calendar to have the idea of when everything is happening and what's the best practice to do on every week. It's really important. Winning ad creatives, we will talk about that. It's super important. Everything is about the CTR on Black Friday because the CPM is going to be huge. Then we will see manual bidding, which is the best strategy to scale in times where the auction is very competitive. And then a little bit of intraday scaling, which is a technical topic, but we will see how I do it. And by the end of the video, stick to the end and you will see how to get 4 gifts. One is about manual bidding. One is a library of ad creatives for Black Friday. And I'm not going to reveal the other 2. So let's get started. Now, as I said, intro, 25 million, going to the Meta headquarters very often to, get the latest insights. And I'm active, guys. I'm in the trenches. Last 30 days in this specific account, we spent, again, 200K, ROS, 1.1 million. It's not like I did some good Black Fridays and now I'm talking about that. I'm active in the trenches, implementing all the meta updates and seeing how everything is moving in the market. Speaker in many events. I do workshops for 8-9-figure companies, training their marketing teams, worked with a whole bunch of brands. So let's get started, guys. The 6 typical mistakes. The first one is about CPMs. You need to have a strategy, which is technical, but you need to have ways to manage these huge CPMs, ways to lower that with your ads, with your account structure, the setup, how Meta is perceiving you. There's got to be a strategy in place to manage CPMs. You need to have also campaign planning by week. If it's unclear, you're going to be lost. You're going to be reacting to competitors. Somebody's going to tell you, wow, before Black Friday and the Black Week, you have to do this. And then somebody's going to tell you, no, you have to start on the 11th because if not, it's too late. There's got to be a planning there. Then when it comes to add creatives, make sure to have, and we will see it now, massive clarity into what you're selling, what's the offer, everything big, everything very easy to understand, not misleading anyone, because you cannot lose in the CTR battle. You have to win in CTR because the CPM will be high. Super important. Then to avoid that your competitors eat you alive in the meta auction, do not only depend on automatic bidding. You have to introduce some manual bidding in your ad account and be able to overbid. And we will see how to do it in a second, but this is very important. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to enter any auction and be competitive. Almost last one, inefficient budget allocation. If you don't do this intraday scaling, it's very likely that you will be underspending, so missing your potential, or probably overspending and you lose the profit. So it's really important on the important days to manage that on intraday systems. And then last one, you need to be able to increase the conversion rate. So work with somebody in CRO, check videos on CRO, test a lot, but make sure if the CPC is going to be high by default, you depend on the conversion rate. So work on that, all right? Now, let's go into campaign calendar. For sure, September is over. Here, we only care about the partnerships with the supply chain, managers, HyperSKU in this case, like making sure everything, product right, talking to them, seeing how is everything doing. Easy. Trainings, coachings, easy. October, in October, we start to care in general about building a retargeting pool, making our retargeting audiences bigger. Some brands, some businesses decide to do a VIP database with lead gen campaigns. That's cool. Here, you want to start this month, you want to start working on ad creatives. What are the ad creatives that you're going to be testing before the Black Week, during the Black Week? Same with landing pages. And also figure out your winning bids on manual bidding, cost cap, bid cap, high cost cap, low bid cap. You've got to be testing. If I put a low bid cap, is it spending or not? You need to know all of this before Black Friday. Black Friday, the day of Black Friday, there's no testing. Everything you need to know it beforehand. In November, approximately from the 1st until the 23rd, which means before the Black Week, it's all about testing and building up the retargeting pool. During the Black Week, we're also going to be testing, but you have to start scaling. And I will tell you why in a second. Testing and scaling. Black Friday is all about scaling. There's no testing. Scaling and urgency. Urgency every fucking where. Then Black Weekend, scaling and urgency. Cyber Monday, scaling and urgency. Make a huge record and then do a little bit of branding at the end of December. We will see that later. Now, to be more specific, from the 11th to the 24th, approximately, testing is the number one thing. Creatives, offers, landings. I don't care about efficiency. I'm not stacking campaigns. I'm not stacking ad sets. I'm not doing like crazy CBOs. ABO, one ad per ad set, easy, test, see the CTR, see how the market's moving, nothing else. From the 25th to the 28th, which would be the Black Week, you want to test the scalability and build your campaign architecture. I know this is a little bit technical, but what I'm saying is you need to start in the Black Week taking the ABO winner creatives and you have to start putting them into scalable structures, which is, for example, an Advantage Plus campaign or a CBO campaign with 3 ad sets inside. Each ad set is a different creative format. That's just an example. CBO cost cap overbidding. You want to create all of this architecture, like the house, build up the house before Black Friday. And on Black Friday, you've got all of this. So your only worry is which part am I scaling? You're not worried about building and duplicating and creating CBOs on Black Friday. Don't do it. Do it before, okay? And then Black Friday, Cyber Monday, these 4 days that you really care about hyperscaling. Now, key concept, you want to test how to best scale your ABO testing winners, which is what I said we're going to do on the Black Week. So I'm giving you an example here, like, do I prefer Advantage Plus or CBO cost cap, bid cap, overbidding, underbidding? You need to solve these questions. So you need to test the scalability. If you take the winners from this Black Friday ABO, you see it here. If I take the winner ads from here and I create this CBO and then this other CBO, but an Advantage Plus, but then this one, Advantage Plus with manual bidding, or another one with cost cap, I'm just seeing how the waters are moving. Where is it best that I scale my winning creatives? You've got to check. And this is called testing the scalability of your winning ads. Another key concept, how much you can scale on Black Friday depends on how much you're able to scale during the Black Week. So this is the curve of ad spend, and this here is the Black Week. So on the Black Week, I managed last year to go from 5K in ad spend to 10K. 5K on Monday, 10K on Thursday. Because I was at 10K here already, it allowed me to go to 23, 24K on Black Friday. But if I start with 5K the day before Black Friday, it's difficult to multiply the ad spend by 5. So make sure during the Black Week that you're already increasing the ad spend. So it's going to make it easier for you to make some big scaling on Black Friday. Let's cover winning ad creatives very fast. So 5-6 key points. The product is clearly visible in your creatives. Put it big. People are in like this urgency. They're impulse buying. They're searching. Okay, what do you sell? What's the discount? What do you sell? What's the discount? Fast everything. It's a special day. So you want to put text inside the creative. Discount very big. Product very big. Please put urgency. And the easiest way to put it is, of course, in the ad copy. But also, you can put like a red bar here. I don't know if I have an example. Yes, limited time only or last hours. So that's important. Have a scroll stopper, so color contrast, a person looking at the camera, a person in a weird position, stuff like this. And then have engagement in the ad. That's going to give you an advantage in the auction, also in the CPM, but it's going to make the creative better. So those are basics for creatives. And I've prepared lots of examples in the bonus that you're going to be able to access later. I will tell you how, but there are a lot of examples for every single type of niche that you can literally copy. Then as a key concept, the easiest way to create Black Friday winning ads is to pick what's already working in your ad account and put some Black Friday branding on it. So as you can see there, Black Friday headline, that's it, nothing else. And that's a winning evergreen creative. Same there with this collage, Black Friday, 40% limited time only. That's the easiest way and most secure.
Do you use any like do you do like the creative by yourself? I mean the content, or are you using some maybe agency or something like this out of you?
Yeah, to be honest, myself, I don't do it because of the
No,
ads.
yeah, I mean
But in the
yeah.
team, yes. The team of the client usually does it, and it's not the most important thing is having the examples, knowing the analysis, the research. That's the most important thing, because then creating this thing is not difficult design, or this thing. Maybe video, yes, you can hire an agency. For only the creative, this is very easy to create, but you need to
Yeah,
know
with
what.
Canva or whatever you can create easily. Yeah, yeah.
100%. So making an image ad is very easy, but you need to know what image ad you have to do and what are the minimum conditions. And also make research on your competitors, on the examples that I will send them. Make research on the ad account, what's working for them, and then duplicate that into a Black Friday ad. That's the important part, because that's where you think. When you create this thing, you're not thinking, you're just dragging text, put text type, right? So it's about the analysis. I put this here. I'm not going to go through everything, but this is basically how to create an irresistible offer. All of the options that we have, just take the one that you feel best. My honest advice is take two and test two different offers, landing page ads. And these are basically all of the options. I've had success with many of them. All of them are great. Just make sure you're very competitive with your auction. You have a perfect offer, okay? Let's go into advanced manual bidding on Meta. So manual bidding. This is very technical, but this is basically the Meta auction. This is how Meta is going to determine what are the ads that will be shown on Black Friday with a low CPM. So Meta will take into account how much you bid, but they will take into account other things as well, because if not, if you're bidding that you say that you put a cost cap of 1,000, you're willing to pay 1,000 for a purchase, as if this was an art auction or a watch auction, then just the person that's willing to pay the most is going to win. But Meta also cares about the user experience, optimizing consumer experience, right? So they put this here, and basically you've got the explanations down below. The only goal is to have a very big total value. If you have this number very big, very high, you're going to be winning more auctions. You will get lower CPMs. You will get better quality traffic, but you have to win the auction. One way to win the auction is to bid very high. This is called overbidding. I've been doing it for many, many years. And you can see in this case, for example, I'm looking for a cost per purchase of 40 euros, 40. And I put a CBO with a cost cap of 150. And I've been able to spend almost 500,000 with a good ROAS, consistent, and make 1.6 million. Same with these cases. This is the same campaign inside. So the best performing one is the highest one, 3.79. It's better than 120. It's better than 100. Overbidding. Another thing here is you can also do it with bid caps. Bid cap 120, ROAS 7.8. This is absolutely crazy, and nobody's doing it. So you're going to be way more competitive with overbidding cost caps and overbidding bid caps. You bully your competitors in the auction, because if they do here automatic bid, they are not competitive, because any number that you put here, it's going to be higher than the automatic bid that Meta will put by default. So this is perfect for Black Friday, and I highly recommend you test cost caps, you test bid caps, nothing special, just ABO with one ad set, one ad, winning ad, put it there, test, see how it reacts. And if it works, take it to Black Friday and hyperscale it, because overbidding cost caps has been one of the best strategies that I've had for Black Friday, honestly. The options that you have here for everybody at any level: ABO cost cap, ABO bid cap, Advantage Plus cost cap, CBO cost cap, CBO bid cap. Use them. Start with ABO cost cap, ABO bid cap. I would start overbidding. You can test also different ad sets with different cost caps or bid caps. However you want to do it, but please do it. Nice. Okay, so let's go into intraday scaling. So wave surfing and the system that I've used to basically make records in ad spend without taking a lot of risk. So high ad spend, low risk. It's the perfect thing that everybody is looking for. So I realized this in 2021 when a client, they wanted to spend, I think, 20K. And I was in the morning of Black Friday thinking, where exactly do I push? And at what time do I push? And how do I make sure this is going to be profitable? I don't know. So I went into Shopify. I checked the report, sales over time on an hourly basis. And I realized we had a pattern that we were peaking in sales every day from 4 p.m. till 10 p.m. And then I said, okay, this is interesting. Then this is also 2021, but it's the same confirmation. We peak 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. approximately. And then in 2022, it was clear. Then I did an analysis that I would recommend everybody of you here to do. You go to Shopify, reports, sales over time, last year, no comparison, by day of week. And you will see the top performing day of the week historically for you. For me, it's Sunday. This is interesting. There's a pattern. If I want to make a huge scaling, I will do it on Sunday, not on Tuesday. Doesn't make a lot of sense, right? Okay. The other thing, you go into last year, sales over time, no comparison by hour of the day. And you will have all of the revenue that you made in 2023 at 9 p.m. It was 1 million. And then from 5 a.m. to 11 a.m., it's pretty shit. So it's clear to me that on Black Friday, I'm mostly interested in pushing in this window. Makes sense. So I'm going to maximize my ad spend here.
Okay, exactly. Yeah, you will put more budget in that moment. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I will minimize the budget in these moments. Pretty much the same in here. We could scale a little bit here, but for sure, midday, 4 p.m., 5 p.m., we've got to relax. I don't want to be maximizing my hourly ad spend here. It doesn't make sense, right? So, and the same here. Usually it's the same pattern. So following this pattern in 2022, that's what I did. And I will break it down with blended ROAS in a minute. But basically you see it here on the right, we've got a report by Meta that tells me the hourly ad spend on the 25th of November, so Black Friday, that we spent 30K. The way we spent 30K was by I copy what I see on Shopify and I put it on Meta. So the graph, if we had the graph, it's the same. Very low here and very high here. So I go with the wave. I don't go against the wave. It's a little bit tough. I had to stay up until 4 a.m. to scale in the US. So, but these were the end results and it's really worth it, guys. And we will see it. I will bring you an example now on how to do it if high budgets, low budgets, but yeah, it just brings a lot of fucking results. This was a mastermind member that was able to do the same thing with wave surfing. He scaled to 1 million and it was 10K candle, so 10K every hour, crazy numbers, just wave surfing. So it was amazing. This is what we build. This is wave surfing, all right? And this is 2022 and this is 2023. So I want to bring you one main idea. And the main idea is that in the best hours, we calculate this with blended ROAS. So Shopify revenue divided by Meta ad spend is the one that you can calculate per hour. Meta ROAS, you cannot have it per hour. You can do it manually, but it's a pain in the ass. I would recommend doing this. So put a high blended ROAS. Mine was 4 in 2022 and 5.5 in 2023. They raised it because they wanted more profit. It's okay. So you can see one thing. See here at 10 p.m., 2.9. I made a mistake. It's a mistake. They lose money in this hour. But because I'm doing intraday and it's only 1 hour of mistake, there's no problem. So, and you see that at 10 p.m., I spent 5,000 in 1 hour. It's a lot, yes. Imagine if the blended ROAS was 4. That means I'm profitable still at 5,000 per hour. So I did not find my limit. I keep on scaling. In this case, I find that my limit is 5K per hour. If I do it, the blended ROAS is broken. So you want to discover your hourly limit in ad spend. Once you touch it, you correct it, and I did that. So you lower all the budget in the account, and I spend only this, and I compensate 7.6. If you up in 1 hour, there's no problem because it's the whole day that's going to give you the average. There's no risk. And the same here, no risk. So I tried to scale to 3,000 per hour at 9 p.m. last Black Friday. And in the low hours, I was spending 300 in the morning, 300, 400. I'm not interested in scaling because I'm following my historical pattern. So then what I did is go into peak hours, 9 p.m., spend the most. But I see, okay, it's not scaling like crazy. So I started to decrease at 10, at 11. Nice. I took some risk. It's okay. I manage it per hour. So it's not a risk. And if in this case, the blended ROAS is 1, really no problem. Because I found my limit, then you make a correction of ad spend and relax. And the overall of the day is going to be good. It's going to be positive. So that's how it's done there. How much to scale? 200 per day in a CBO to 500 per day. These changes are very small when you do intraday. So when you do intraday, you have to calculate all the time the proportional per hour. So if I put a budget of 2,000, what's the proportional per hour ad spend that I'm putting there? So if you do simply 2,000 divided by 24, that's 83 per hour. So 83 per hour is not a lot of ad spend that you can add. So the increases, just to have the idea, the increases of ad spend have to be aggressive. And you have to be checking it on the hour to minimize the risk. If you make an aggressive scaling and you go to sleep, not good. You have to be there. Just one time every hour, you go check, everything good, okay, boom, back to the sofa. It's good. It's not so difficult, right? And so the last thing, the way that I would do it, if you have a high budget, more than 2,000 per day, let's say, you can do it every hour. If you've got a budget in between 500 and 2,000, you want to do this every 3 hours. So the change in hourly budget has a big impact. Wait 3 hours, 3 hours. If you're spending 100 to 500 per day on Black Friday, 100 to 500 per day, you want to split the day in 3 parts: morning, afternoon, night. And if you see in your historical pattern that usually the night is the best moment, that's where you want to spend most of the money in those 5 hours. So the lower the budget, the more hours to make the decision. Okay. So the last important thing, but this would overextend the video 30 more minutes, is the CPM, like having the strategies to minimize the CPM. We can talk about it in the future. And last thing, let's bring up the gifts. So I'm going to give everybody from HyperSKU full access to this presentation. We'll give you also 50 plus Black Friday winning ad creatives that Matteo insisted on this to have examples. Meta manual bidding guide, cost cap, bid cap, how to test it, how to implement it. And then with this message, I will send you information and details about the coaching programs that I have for Black Friday, Evergreen, consulting, one-on-one, group, community, all the details, just to not be here sending all the info. To get all of this, the easiest thing is just go to my Instagram, manel.gomez, this one. and DM me the word BFCM, Black Friday, Cyber Monday. I will know you're coming from this video, and I will take care of everything. I will send you the links for everything, and you will be able to go through the presentation again, do the manual bidding, have examples of winning at creatives, and get the info and coachings.
Yeah, the most important thing is that now in Q4, all of us are together like to scale your e-commerce. So us for the product and for the logistic, for quotation,
Yes.
and the agency like Manel for all of that. There is the scaling related on advertising. Yeah, all together like to bring your e-commerce really
full circle,
really
and this is the moment to push, really. So,
yeah. This is the best, of course.
yeah.
So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Manel, for your time. And
My
as
pleasure.
I say, everything will be in the description. And
Yes.
see you soon, guys.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye, everybody.
HyperSKU,